and the property that he buys will hold an appreciation for the future. That's it, sir.
Nice. I like that answer. How about you, Norlins? How would you answer that question?
Can you hear me now, sir?
I think my internet's bad
Hello?
right now. Try again, please.
Regarding the questions, or my answer would be, my manager is an investor and he's also a private buyer, and he holds land for future values.
Oh, perfect. And he does like subdivisions too, right? We can share with people. We make improvements to the land. We can share that. The question is that information on the script?
Yes, sir. Before, sir, Maria has a script for that, and however, I just added it right now on the new script since I wasn't able to log in with the script before.
The reason being that I'm asking that question is because on the call that Kyra had with that seller, you got a little like, you didn't know how to reply back, right? You were not confident on telling him what we do. I need you to train, and I need you to be like sharp, like Jenny and Norlands and the other girls, on how to answer that question. How would you answer that question now that you know what to say?
Me, sir? Yes. My manager is an investor and a private buyer, and he buy and sell good lands. And he buy and sell good lands, and he holds properties for future purposes.
Let's forget about the sell property. We don't want to tell the sellers that we sell. We want to tell the sellers that we buy land and we hold for future value, and then we make improvements to the land if necessary. And then if they ask, does he sell the land? And he sells land, he makes improvements, and then he sells lands for a profit. But again, only if they ask. Try to not to say buys and sells lands, right? He buys land, he buys pieces of land, and then he does improvements and he hold for future value, right? We need to be in the same page, because when we're talking on the phone with the seller, we need to have confidence. They need to hear in our tone of voice that we know what we're doing, that we have been doing this for a long time, because that's the reality. Joy, how would you answer, Joy? Your calls are really good, Joy.
Same as Norlands and Jenny, sir. My answer would be, my manager is an investor and he's also a private buyer, and he holds land for future values.
Perfect. And I like the way that you use your tonality to change when you're talking to the people. One more thing that I noticed on a call, well, I think it was your call, right, Joy, that the lady was saying that her husband passed away. I sent the message in the group, right? And then you just have to pause and you just have to think about what's going on in her head. And you should say, oh, I'm so sorry that your husband passed away. Is anything that we can do to help? Just be human, right? Stop everything. Forget about work. Forget about trying to buy her property. Just check on her. You'll be surprised how these people will open up to you if you are nice to them. And when you open up, they let you know everything. Hey, I wasn't thinking about selling, but now that you called me, my husband passed away 3 years ago. I might be interested. I haven't done anything with the property. She told you all of that, which is a good thing. I think I put an offer for Norlands, right, Norlands? For you to
yes,
call.
Sir.
That one, I need everyone to understand. I need you to give me a thumbs up. When people like that call you, are they gonna be on the side of motivated or not motivated? What would be the answer, Sheeny? You're muted.
I'm sorry. They will be motivated, sir.
Absolutely, right? They're telling you. That is something that those are the sellers that we're looking for. That's the reality. They have a problem. She told Joy, right, Joy? My husband passed away. I have not seen the property. What else did she say? Oh, I don't have any use for it, right? Those are the sellers that we gotta be like, oh wow, this is the seller that I've been looking for. Let me talk a little bit more with them. Let me get to know more about them. Now the sellers that tell you, oh, I don't want offers, I never thought about selling, and out of curiosity, why would you sell? I know we called you, and they're like, nah, I don't want to resell, and they don't want to answer the question. Still, those are different sellers. They're like not as motivated as the first one, right? They're telling you, You have to turn your switch in your head and understand what is going on when they're talking to you. Are they motivated or are they not? And it doesn't matter if they're not motivated or motivated, we're going to make our job and we're going to make an offer, potentially, if the land's good, right? But we need to know, because we rely on emotional connection. And it's not all about numbers. I can tell stories that properties that I have been following up with the sellers for 2 years. And then they sold it to me because I was the guy that was following up. I was not even the highest offer on the table. I was very close. But they're like, I trust you, Luis. You've been talking for 2 years. I think it's time to sell, and I'll sell it to you. That's the importance of follow-up. Lawrence, how about if they text you, Lawrence, and say, hey, what does your investor do?
We buy land. My manager is a long-term investor who values land for future growth. We buy private lands for investments, and that's it.
That's good. And when you're texting, it will be a little bit different the way you say, but that's it.
Yes, please.
That's how it is.
I have questions. How about I text buyers to stay? How about when they sell land to someone will text me back when they want to sell land for. When I text buyers and they reply they want to sell land to.
Oh, you text them that you want to sell land to them, and they have a piece of land that they want to sell to us?
Yes.
Just say, yeah, please send me the parcel number or address, the owner's name, and then I'll send it to my manager and he'll make an offer. That's pretty simple. Just get the information so you can locate the property online on DataTree, Land Portal, whatever it is. After you locate, you just send it to me. Hey, this guy, you don't even have to send it to me if he says, I want to sell my land. Get the information first, find it online, and then text me the link. Oh, here you go, Luis. This is the guy. He wants to sell his land. Here's the parcel number. Pretty much the same as if you're reaching out to the seller. He just came in a different way on marketing, right?
Okay.
Cool. Try to mirror what they say. Do you guys know how it works with mirror? How is it in New Orleans?
Mirroring their tonality. If they're sad, also be sad. And if they're happy, of course, you're going to be happier. And you have to feel with them or empathize with them during the call.
Yes, that's good. Mirror. It's when they say something that you notice that is a pain point, you pressure the pain, right? Like she said, Joy, what you could have done on that call with the lady, if I hear correctly, you have had the property for a very long time. Your husband passed away 3 years ago. You don't have any use. Is that right? Right? So actually, that's a good thing. In New Orleans, when you call her, have a little... So before the offers, Joy, Sheeny, and New Orleans, call them and review what they talked to you before. In this example, when you talk to her, New Orleans, and then send the audio for us. Hi, seller. You spoke to my coworker Joy about your vacant lot. How are you today? I'm good. You? I'm fine. Hey, I just want to reach out to you because my manager is very interested in buying the lot and he would like to make an offer. Just want to review the data with you before I tell you the offer. Is that correct that you have had the property for, 10 years and your husband passed away 3 years and you don't have any use for the property? And then what they're going to tell you? Yes, you are correct. But what that's going to do is going to bring back to their memory of the pain, right? Hey, again, they're going to be like, yeah, she's right. I have had that property for so long and, now he passed away. I need some cash. I need some money, So instead of just going and sending our offers net to you, try to use the pinpoints on each profile, okay? Sheeny, Joy, New Orleans, you understand?
Yes.
Before you make the offer, have a chit chat, We're interested in making an offer, and before I get to the offer, just want to confirm a few information. Did your husband pass away 3 years ago? Yes. You have not been used the land. Is that why you want an offer? And she's going to say yes. She's going to remember those things because we forget stuff, right? We humans, we forget stuff like so fast. She wasn't expecting our call. And, we talked to her, let's say, 3 days ago. She probably forgot what she talked to you about it. She probably forgot about Joy, forgot about everything. So we have to remind them why we're calling and why do they want to sell. That's why we are asking that question. So add that to the script, Norlands. That's very important, before making an offer, talk to the seller about the points that he said why he would sell right now. What else? What other things do they tell you when you're asking that question, Laika? Out of curiosity, like why, I know that I was the one who reached out to you. Why would you be interested in selling right now? How do they answer, Laika?
In my case, sir, when I asked that question, sir, they answered like, most of the time, like they answered like, just no particular reason, or sometimes when I asked like, why would you be interested like receiving offer right now after owning the land for how many years, then they answered like, I just bought that investment and I just need some cash right now, or like funds. That's the answer that I used to get.
Okay. So when you talk to them the next time that you call them, you mention that, right? That's a good thing. Cool. Does anyone else have anything to say? Any questions? Like, do you understand why we're asking that question? Jenny, you're good with that?
Yes, sir. All good.
Oh, good. Yeah, you guys have been doing a good job. Here and there's some mistakes, and that's part of life. But what we're trying to do is put in your head, like in the back of your head, that's like, when I'm talking to the sellers, I should expect this. I should understand. I should ask the why. It's not just about numbers game. It's about numbers and quality of the conversation that you're having with them, right? And there's all kinds of sellers. The sellers that are going to tell you, hey, F off, get away, just hang up. And they tell you, give me your offer. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to answer any questions. And that's fine. You just move on to the next one, right? Okay, I think that's it for this conversation.